pastors and church leaders, if you've read or listened to Carey Nieuwhof's Church Trends 2026, you probably had a familiar reaction. Yes, this is exactly what we're experiencing. Attendance feels less predictable, volunteers are tired, younger generations are spiritually open, but cautious. And yet, beneath all of it, there's hope. Today isn't about critiquing Carey's insights at all. We deeply appreciate them. This is about acknowledging the trends, sharing Disciples-Made's perspective, and explaining why we believe this moment is a massive opportunity for hungry, humble, and ready church leaders. So Carey names 7 trends shaping the church toward 2026. I want to briefly acknowledge each one using his language and then show how disciple multiplication isn't just relevant to these trends, it's how we address them together. Trend 1. Gen Z is coming back to church, but not the church you grew up in. This trend gives us real hope. Listen, Gen Z isn't closed to Jesus, but they are allergic to anything that feels fake, performative, or program-driven. From our perspective, this isn't a style issue, it's a formation issue. Gen Z is looking for authentic faith, real relationships, lives that actually look like Jesus. Disciples-Made focuses on forming disciples whose faith is embodied, not just explained. When faith is lived relationally, skepticism softens and curiosity grows. Trend number 2. Church attendance will matter less, but engagement will matter more. Listen, attendance still matters, but it can no longer be the primary scorecard. Showing up does not equal being formed. At Disciples-Made, we've learned something the hard way. Churches don't make disciples. Disciples make disciples. Our perspective is simple. If engagement doesn't lead to formation, and formation doesn't lead to multiplication, we are missing Jesus's design. Now, trend number 3. The discipleship gap will continue to widen. This may be the most urgent trend Carey names. People attend, they consume content, they volunteer, but many are not becoming mature, reproducing disciples. The gap isn't between believers and unbelievers, it's between activity and transformation. Disciples-Made exists to close that gap by helping churches intentionally form the head, heart, hands, and habits of disciple makers, so growth doesn't stall at information. Trend number 4. Volunteers will burn out faster than ever before. Listen, burnout isn't new, but it is accelerating. And from our perspective, burnout usually isn't about too much ministry. It's about ministry disconnected from calling. When people are asked to fill roles instead of live mission, exhaustion is inevitable. Disciples-Made helps churches move from filling slots to releasing people into their God-given masterpiece mission. And that shift doesn't just reduce burnout, it actually restores joy. Trend number 5. Evangelism will become more relational and less programmatic. Listen, Carey is right. Trust travels through relationships. We believe evangelism was never meant to be outsourced to programs. It was always meant to flow through everyday disciples. And that's why Disciples-Made trains every follower of Jesus to live as an everyday missionary where they live, work, learn, and play. Programs can create moments, but disciples create movements. Trend number 6. Smaller churches will outperform larger ones in agility and health. Listen, this trend can feel unsettling, but it's actually freeing. Smaller doesn't mean weaker. It often means more agile, more relational, and more reproducible. Disciples-Made doesn't optimize for size. We optimize for multiplication. Jesus didn't build his strategy on crowds. He invested in disciples who could reproduce after he was gone. And that approach still works. Trend number 7. The churches that thrive will be led by deeply formed leaders. Listen, this trend brings everything home. The future church will rise or fall on the formation of its leaders, not just their vision, but their inner life. And that's why Disciples-Made always starts with leaders themselves. Personal transformation comes before organizational transformation. No church can serve two masters. Addition must serve multiplication, or multiplication will starve under addition. If these trends resonate with you, here's what we want you to know. Disciples Made is not a program that you add. We are a partner who walks with hungry, humble, and ready leaders. We don't promise quick fixes. We provide a proven pathway to diagnose what's really happening, form leaders and disciples deeply, build a culture where multiplication can actually take root. So here's the next step. No pressure, no commitment. If you're sensing something has to change, if you're ready to move from managing ministry to multiplying disciples, we invite you to take the Disciple Multiplication Effectiveness Assessment. It's free, it's honest, and it will help you see where addition is ruling and where multiplication is ready to grow. So take the assessment, start the conversation, and let's discern together what Jesus may be inviting you into next. Grace and peace, we are with you.